guys, Connor here with Chrome Designs, and thank you for watching this video. Today is just another 4D video, and today what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be creating this kind of square abstract mesh field, as you see kind of bluntly in the middle of your screen. And the vivid colours, I just added materials, and I think without further ado, I think we should get started. You can see what we're going to be creating. Let's just make a new canvas, and we're going to add in a square, cube. And you want to set the dimensions for your cube that you just added in now, as it will be really awkward changing later. So I want to keep this size exactly the same. However, I'm going to add a bit of curved edges to make it more sleek. And one thing also with adding curved edges, it picks up the reflections more, ultimately making it a little bit more glossy. So I want to change the radius to 10, and there we have it. We've got our basic square. Yeah, but as you just saw, you want loads of them. So to do this, we're going to go to the cloner object, and we find this under the MoGraph and cloner object tab. And you want to, I'll tell you what, the cube, I'm going to hold Control and drag down and drag down and drag down, and that will create new copies. Use as many copies as you want. I'm going to use 4, purely because that will then make more copies of the square basically, and you can use different colours for each, as you've seen. So they're all different colours, save you doing them individually. So anyway, I'll shift all these and drag them as a child of the cloner object. There we go. And you notice that hasn't really taken any shape as of yet. I just need to edit with some cloner properties. And so first of all, you want to change the mode to grid array. And you see it's starting to take a bit more shape. You want to change the count to 25. Leave that on 3, and then 25. And then go down to the size. And you want to use something like 3750. I believe this is what I used, and 3750 again. Leave in the middle one as it is. So you've got left 3 and 200, and you see you kind of got this kind of floor kind of grid-like pattern, and it's looking a bit weird, a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, and it's looking okay, but you all want it disjointed and go in different ways. So the first thing you're going to do here is have cloner object selected. Again, go to MoGraph and Random Effector, and you see immediately that the squares have popped up randomly. Kind of ironic that the random effector produces random things, but you know, there we go. And simply all we do from here, if you want to change it, that is you just go to rotation, tick that tab down on the attributes panel, and just change it to different properties. Does not really matter at all. The more random it is, I suppose, the better. So then 100. There we go. That is looking okay, and that's pretty much it. Maybe if you want to animate it, for example, you get all the squares to move. Go on the clone object. Make sure you're on keyframe 1. And random effector, and under the rotation tool, make sure you've got all of them selected, like highlighted, and click Control in the little circle. So you see it comes up with a little red dot. This shows that it's been keyframed. So then move to keyframe. I'll move to keyframe 60, so it's 2 seconds long. Change these settings to -10, 70, and -80. There we go. And then you'll see the circles turn yellow. Simply click Control and tick in the middle again, and it will come red, showing that you've keyframed it. So if you go to the keyframe 1 and play, you'll see that the cubes are kind of slowly but surely, laggingly, producing a wireframe image for whatever reason, and it's kind of basically rotating. So that's how you do that. And I'll just do maybe tip for a tutorial, the textures rather. Materials, make a new material. All I'd done to get the glossy ones was I went to texture and gradient, and then chose whatever color. For example, I'll choose a blue. 2 slightly different shades of blue, not too different though, but that's looking no good. That's okay. Then go back to the color tabs and go to texture and copy channel, luminance and paste channel. So this will make it nice and bright. So it's not dull, and maybe add a bit of reflection on there. Tone down the normal reflection, and under the texture go to Fresnel and tone this down to something like 35 in that region. Maybe put this up to 10. 10 and 35 I think works quite well. That enables it to be really glossy, yet still add a bit of realism in there. So I'm going to drag these onto all of them, because I'm not going to spend the time doing them for individual squares. But there we go. If you render it out here, you see you got the cubes. Doesn't obviously look like you just saw. That looks quite cool. Looks interesting. But the way I did it, you got to go to render under settings and just add some ambient occlusion and global illumination. Kind of the typical render settings you use when working on a project. Ambient occlusion, make contrast of 20% and maximum ray length to 150. There we go. And then maybe just add in a light, like so. Drag it up. My computer's been lagging at the moment. Starting to lag while I record. Extremely annoying. There we go. Maybe focus in now. So a quick look at what that looks like. That might look quite cool. Could look good, could look bad. We'll see. We'll see whenever it decides to render. Now, one thing I did notice, when you render with global illumination, it comes up with this screen beforehand to show that it's rendering, and I always thought that looked quite cool. Just thought I'd say that. Yeah, you see kind of abstract shapes, and it looks interesting. And anyway, you see in this little section that's coming along, it's looking quite nice, taking more shape, more defined edges, crisper squares than what you initially saw. Purely because of ambient occlusion, kind of creating realistic shadows, so you can pick out the individual squares so it's not a big blur. And again, kind of 360 surround lighting produced by global illumination helps that as well. But anyway, that's all from today. So we're creating this wire kind of square mesh field in Cinema 4D. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I've been Connor with Chrome Designs, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.